I am very excited about today's video because in today's video, we are going to have a look at real life people's finances. Yes, that's right. We have real life finances of a real couple and we're going to get into it right now. Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Itumeleng. If you don't know me, I am a qualified management accountant, and in this channel, I help ordinary people like you learn how to start saving money, get out of debt, start investing, and ultimately build wealth. If that is something you're interested in, please do subscribe and become a part of our growing rich family. Without wasting any more time, let us dig into this couple's money. Look out for things that you would do differently if you were this couple and advise them in the comments below. They will be watching, they will be going through your comments for any suggestions and compliments and so forth. Before I start, I want to give you a quick summary of the couple. They are married. The wife is 30 and the husband is 33. They have 2 little kids, 5 and 1. So now that you know the couple a little bit, let us see what's in their bank. What are they doing? What are they buying? How much do they have? I have their finances here in front of me and I'm going to go through them with you. The wife makes a net income of 30,000 a month. That is an after-tax income. And the husband makes 52,000 after-tax monthly. That brings us to the total monthly income after taxes of 82,000 rands. That is good money. That is a lot of money. What do you think you would do with 82,000 rands monthly in your account? And now their expenses. They have a car payment of 7,500 a month. They only have 1 car, which is good. I'll give that to them. And the insurance on the car is 2,600. That is quite high. The tracker is 220 rands. Utilities, 1,500. Groceries, 6,000. Takeouts and alcohol, 4,000. Okay, we don't judge for now. Let's see. Let's get a picture of their finances. But those takeouts and alcohol of 4,000 rand, to me is already a red flag, but let's go. Petrol, 4,500 rand. School fees, 2,000 rands. Rent, 7,500 rands. Not bad for an income of 82,000, right? Netflix, 200 rands. Money for little sister. Okay, so the wife gives money to her little sister monthly. It's 1,000, not bad. That 1,000 is not breaking their bank, so we'll keep that there. They will continue giving money to this little sister. And then this is when things start getting tricky for this couple. They have numerous loans and we're gonna go through them. The first loan is loan for a furniture and they pay 3,000 a month. So I asked the wife, I said, what is this loan for a furniture? What furniture were you buying that you had to get it on credit? And she said, I bought a washing machine, I bought a TV, I bought a bed, and then I bought dining chairs and a dining table. On credit? Why? When you have 82,000 a month, you get paid 82,000 a month, but you must buy TV on credit. You must buy a bed on credit. With their income, I think on 1 month, they can buy a bed, and the following month, they buy a TV cash. But okay, that's just me. Let's continue. Let's see what else they're doing. And then they have 2 loans from FNB. One loan, they pay 2,566 rands. The second loan, they pay 2,128 rands. Wait for this. They have other small loans, including loan sharks, and they pay 6,000 to that monthly. And then we have a house helper there. They pay 4,000 per month to their house helper. And then the loans continue. The wife has an iPhone contract and she pays 3,000 a month towards an iPhone. Why? I said, what is this iPhone? She said, it is iPhone 14 Pro Max. I said, why do you have it on credit? Already, as we have established, you have a solid income. How much is an iPhone? 30,000, 40,000, whatever it is, she can save up in 3 months or 5 months and buy it. She said to me, I like nice things and I don't like waiting. And I think as we go through their finances, we can see the problem here. A big problem with this couple is they want things now. That's how you end up in debt. You have a solid income already. It does not allow you to get everything in 1 month or in 2 months. But if you wait a little bit, and you don't even have to wait that much because you have a big income. But the problem is they don't want to wait. They want to get 82,000, blow it on whatever they are blowing it on, and still go ask for more money and still get more things on credit because they just want to hoard things. They just want to get everything. They want to have their cake and eat it too. But at what cost? We'll see. And then other expenses, 3,000. That brings their total monthly expenses to 68,514 rands. Okay? If you take their total monthly income and you subtract the 68,000 for expenses, they have an unaccounted amount of 13,486. So I asked, I said, what is this 13,000 that you can't account for? Where do you think it's going? What is happening with that amount? And they said, that's just probably money that we keep and we use for like if we need to go out, if we need to go on vacation, if we need to buy new clothes, or if someone calls us and asks for a favor and we just give it to them. That is the biggest problem. They have 13,000 unaccounted for. Every month they have 13,000 rand that they can't tell you where it went. They have 13,000 rand that is just left to chance. Like I said before, if you don't tell your money where to go, you will always wonder where it went. So for this couple, this 30,000 rand that does not fall into any of their expenses, that is just left in the air, I think is a wonderful opportunity for them to open a savings account and just every month put 13,000 in there. Because already you have 13,000 that you don't use, that does not go towards anything. You have 13,000 rands to spare. We are not going to look at their debt balances. So they have one car and the balance on the car is 322,000. So that is a big balance. How long have you had the car for? And they said they've had the car for about 2-3 years. And 2-3 years and your balance is still 322,000. That is a high balance. What happened? Again, it boils down to them not being able to wait. They said they wanted a car and they got it. They had no down deposit and they bought a brand new car, 0 kilometers. Because remember, they like nice things and what? They don't wait. They can't wait. That's why their car balance is still so high. And then FNB loan number 1, they still have 44,780 balance outstanding. FNB loan 2, 50,756. The iPhone balance is still sitting nicely at 42,000 rand. And the furniture loan, remember for the washing machines, for the bed, the furniture loan is sitting at a balance of 40,000 rand. That brings their total debt balance to 499,536 rands. So how much do they have in savings? How much have they saved, these people that get paid 82,000 net income every single month? I asked and I said, how much do you have in savings? They said, we have nothing. I said, okay, when you say you have nothing, do you mean you have 10,000 rands? They said, no, we mean we have nothing. We have 0 in savings and investments. 0 as in 0, 0, 0. When you have 82,000 coming in every single month, having 0 savings on a household income of 82,000 rands is crazy business. It's mad crazy. Especially because they are parents. They have 2 little kids. And we know with kids, there's always an emergency. There's one thing after the other. And all those emergencies need money. You must always have something stashed up somewhere so that you can attend to the emergencies. What happens when you lose a tire? What happens when life happens? Because life will happen to anyone. And I'm sure it happens to them. What happens when your car breaks down? What happens when you get into an accident? Something happens to your car and you have to pay an excess on your insurance. Where do they get all that money? Have these people never had emergencies that have taught them that you need to have an emergency fund? Well, they have. They have had emergencies, and where did they get the money? From loan sharks with mad interests. And now you just spend your whole life working to pay a loan shark only to go back and borrow again, because it's a cycle, and it's a mental cycle that you put yourself into. You cannot keep money for yourself. You cannot save that 6,000 rand, but you can get it from a person and pay it back. They work to pay loans for furnitures, for iPhones, and then loan sharks on top of that. And then they have 13,000 rand that is just for nothing, that they don't care where it goes. They have 13,000 rands every single month that just goes missing. They know it's part of their income, but where it goes every single month, they don't know. They don't care. It's fine. It's normal. Every single month on month, you get paid 82,000 and you pay the loans and you're left with nothing and you have no savings. And then when you have an emergency, you call a loan shark and you borrow money and you're not paid and you're not moved and you don't see anything wrong with that. I think this couple is dangerous. I think this couple can kill a person because they're not afraid. They're not afraid of anything. In life, to win at anything, to be successful at anything, especially with money, you need to have a little bit of fear. We're not saying you can prepare for any case possible, but have a start. Have something. Have money that says, mom and dad are working. Mom and dad get paid 82,000. What's going to happen to those two little kids when they grow up? What are they going to learn about money? What are they going to think about money? They're going to think money is for rich people. They're going to think money is for some other people, not us. They're going to think no matter how much you get paid, you can still end up in debt. No matter how much you get paid, you can still have nothing in your savings. The wife said, I knew things were bad, but now looking at all our finances in detail have made me see just how bad they really are. And that's really important for you to have a look at your bank statement. See where you're spending your money. Write it down. Have a budget. Because a lot of us are avoidant when it comes to our money. You get paid, you pay your expenses, you pay your debit orders and your debts and everything, and then you're done. That's it. You never really go into detail about your budget, about how much is coming in, how much is going out, what can I do with the rest. Like in this couple's instance, they have 13,000 rands every single month that just goes missing because they don't sit down to think about what they could do with that 13,000. And I asked them and I said, what do you think is causing your troubles with money? Because they have a lot of troubles with money. They have a big income, they're in debt, they have all these nice things that they own, but all of them are bought on credit. Literally everything they own is on credit, including a phone, And they answered me and they said, well, money is not something we really talk about. We don't talk about money paid, and then we pay expenses, and then we pay what we know, and then that's it. What's left, we don't care. We don't really think about it. But it has gotten to a point where now the wife is worried. The wife is scared. The wife can see that they're just digging a deep hole for themselves. And she says she feels overwhelmed and feels like there's no way out. I don't think that's true. Looking at their finances, they have a lot of way out. And she mentioned that when she tries to talk to her husband about their money, it just turns into a big argument. They can never have a productive conversation about money. It always ends in a fight. And I think that is common with many couples in many relationships. A lot of couples don't treat money like a make or break in a relationship like they do with other things. For instance, sex. If sex was not going well in a relationship or in a marriage, you'd be going through everything trying to fix it. You would be Googling, you would even communicate to say, hey, you would be talking to your friends, specialists, up everywhere, because to you that is an important element, an important aspect. But with money, we leave it to chance, we leave it to circumstances. We don't really sit down and talk about money to say, this is what I think about money, this is what I want to do with the money, this is how much money I get. We just avoid it, we don't talk about it, and we secretly hope it goes well. I don't think anyone wants to be in debt. I don't think anyone wants to get paid 82,000 rands and then have zero savings and have all this mountain of debt and still go to a loan shark. I think we want it to go well. We want to have savings. We want to be out of debt. We want to be happy in our marriage in terms of money. But just like with anything, you have to work at it. Have honest conversations. Discuss together to say, this is what I think we should do. Work together. If you work together, to just pay off their debt and start building wealth. So just final comments from me about this couple. I think they have dug themselves into a deep, dark hole. Luckily, because they have such a big income, it will be much easier for them to pull themselves back if they just work together, if they communicate. So I think for start, we need to get rid of the loans. Maybe just be left with the car payment, but the rest must go, starting with that iPhone. I know a lot of you can't judge because a lot of you are currently watching this video on an iPhone that you bought on credit. What is it with you guys? Why are you buying phones on credit? Why? You have a debt on your name and they say, what is this debt for? Oh, it's because I wanted an iPhone 14 Pro Max. So please, if you also have an iPhone that you bought on credit, pay that thing off. And remember, this couple has an advantage because they already have that 13,000 rands that is unaccounted for. So for the next 4 months, they can take the 13,000 rands and pay off their iPhone. Then the iPhone is done. The next 4 months, they pay off the F&B loan number 1. The other 4 months, they pay off F&B loan number 3. Then in exactly 12 months, they will be out of those little debts and they'll just be left with the car. I haven't forgotten that they spend 4,000 rands on takeouts and alcohol monthly, yet they have zero savings. So I suggest they cut that off. Stop it. Stop buying takeouts and drinking alcohol. You are broke. You are in debt. You have nothing. You have no money. The only time you should be seen drinking is if you're drinking water, tap water, and get yourself out of this mess. For you to sit around and fold your legs and drink whatever you drink, you must have saved something. So you're going to take that 4,000 rands and you're going to open an emergency fund. You are parents. And then your groceries, you spend 6,000 a month on groceries. You can cut that off to 4,000 to start. And the extra 2,000 you can use to speed up the debt payment process, or you can increase your savings from 4,000 to 6,000 a month. And as you pay off these loans and the iPhone contracts and everything, and you start saving your 6,000 monthly or 4,000 monthly, now you will have money freed up. Another thing, you're gonna stay away from the loan sharks. You're gonna get out of debt and stay out of debt. Save your own money for emergencies. Say goodbye to the loan sharks. You earn a lot of money, way too much money for you to be running to the loan sharks. Once you pay off the iPhone and the F&B loans and you stop going to loan sharks and you start saving your 4,000 that you would otherwise spend alcohol on, you would now have over 30,000 rands left for you to save. That is not paying off debt. That is not paying off Mashoni's house. That is just there for you to save for your family, to save for your kids, to save towards your dreams. That's all I had for you today. Whew, that was a mouthful. If you want me to look at your finances next, please send me a message on Instagram. I will leave the link in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share with your friends. Advise the couple. What do you think they should do? What would you do if you had their money? Do you think they get too much money for them to spend it like this? See you in the next video, and until then, I hope you have a rich day.